Hi guys, and welcome back to Living Like Lo. It's your girl, Lo, obviously, same one that's always here. This is something that I've wanted to talk about on this channel for a really long time, but I wasn't finished with my experiment with it yet. But I got off of hormonal birth control back in August, and I kind of wanted to talk about my experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly. I should start by saying why I thought about getting off of birth control in the first place. At the time, I was really into bodybuilding. I had just stopped prepping for a show, and when I was talking to my coach about it, he was like, being on birth control could potentially make you hold on to weight more than if you were off of it. So in the moment I was still really wanting to compete, and I thought that was best for me to do at the time was to do everything I could to cut my weight down and set myself up for success. As I've talked about on this channel before, competing in fitness shows, it's a lot of dedication, and you have to kind of form your life around fitness and competing. So when we had come to the decision that I wasn't going to compete anymore, that in the 2019 season, we had just thought that it was best for me to try to do a higher category, just because I'm a thick honey, I'm a muscular honey. I wasn't gonna get down to bikini size. I had been bulking from August until January-ish, February-ish, I don't remember the exact date. And then I just decided that I wasn't doing fitness competitions for the correct reason, and there were other avenues that I could take to accomplish what I was trying to get at. I was doing it to love myself and love my body, and that is the absolute wrong reason. From August until February, I was I'm good. I'm still gonna compete, whatever the case was. I was doing everything I could to bulk up. I was still tracking foods. I was still working out every day, sometimes twice a day. I was doing all that stuff. But in the course of that time, being off of birth control had some crazy effects on me and my body. One of the main things that they say is that your body will revert back to what it was like before you went on birth control. My body did not. I felt mentally and physically that my body was great off of birth control. I liked that my mood swings were leveled out again. I didn't feel like I wasn't myself. I felt great. Everything was peachy keen. Everything was good. I was really nervous because I was I was crazy before birth control. Sister in high school, before I got on birth control and my moods leveled out, my sister was so afraid of missed calls from me because she thought that I was gonna yell at her, because that's just how erratic I was. I was just absolutely bonkers. Come to find out, it was the depression, because when I got off my birth control and was still on my citalopram, I wasn't crazy. As crazy, I'm still a little crazy. I mean, you can't absolutely cut the crazy out of somebody. Everyone is a little crazy. You just have to find the kind of crazy that you like. You are my Catholic family watching this. Click off now. I'm gonna give him a few seconds. Okay, so the main reason I got on birth control is because I lost my virginity at 18, and I had told my dad, and my dad was like, all right, you're going to the gynecologist, you're getting on birth control, we ain't having no babies up in here. Thank goodness that, because when I went to college, I got a serious boyfriend. You never know what could happen with any of that kind of stuff. I was a wild child in college too. So that's literally the only reason I got on birth control. Nothing else was wrong. I didn't have acne. My periods weren't really heavy. My cramps weren't heavy. I have friends and people in my life that their period cramps are so heavy that they can't move at some days during the period. They have to sleep with a heating pad. They have to take Motrin, stuff like that. I never experienced any of those problems. I literally was just on it to be able to have sex. When I got off of it, I thought that maybe, and then when you're older, I'm not, once again, my Catholic family, do not keep watching. When I moved out to Colorado, my sex life obviously decreased a lot, just because I didn't go out to the bars and just hook up with people like I did in college. I was much more tame in my later age while I was like competing, and that was like where my life was like focused on, was fitness and health. I wasn't drinking and going out on the weekends and like partying and stuff, so like that kind of eliminated the factor of like going home with somebody. I thought, perfect, so the only real reason I would need to be on birth control is because of having sex, and I'm not having sex right now, so I'm good to go. And then I started drinking again. I started having fun in my life again, because if you're solely focused on fitness competitions, like I couldn't figure out a balance of like how to drink and not like get drunk, because I like to get drunk. It's fun, okay? So as I added that back into my life, I saw my irresponsibility that I had in college start to come back. I assumed then, by everything I had read, everything I had watched, that that's how my body would go back to when I got off of birth control. Turns out my body did not like that. I had never had bad acne in my life. Like I never had to wear makeup, like, and I'm not saying this to brag. Like I'm saying this because I'm not good at makeup. Like if I was good at makeup, acne or not, I would wear it. Like have you seen like people that like are super good at makeup? Like holy crap, they are beautiful, they're gorgeous, like they're literally artists. Like if you can do your makeup well, you are an artist. I literally have tinted moisturizer on because I don't understand what I need to do. When I started getting acne, I started freaking out because I was like, I've never had to deal with this before. I've never had a real skincare routine. Like so my sister's really good at makeup, and my best friend used to work at the Denver Dermatology Center, and I just like leaned on them so much because I was like, what the hell do I do? Through all their help, through everything I read online, I was still getting breakouts. Like literally nothing could help my face. It was really scary and frustrating because at 23, 24 years old, like first time you've really had acne breakout, just uncharted territories that I just like didn't know how to navigate. So right when I decided I wasn't competing, I was like, I'm getting right back on birth control. Like I literally could not believe that like I broke out so badly when everything said that you'd revert back to your natural state. And the things that I was mainly worried about, like I said, was weight gain. When I got off birth control, this is like one of the things that I really liked about not being on birth control is I feel so much hungrier when I'm on it. My appetite went down, like decreased immensely. It just like wasn't worth it to me. Like I can easily control how much I eat. I couldn't control what was happening on my face. I have finally gotten to a point in my life where I'm comfortable in my skin, and because I work out as much as I do, I'm very, very fortunate to have gained that confidence again in myself. Well, gain that confidence for once in my life in myself. Right when I got back on birth control, it was literally like crazy. Like my acne cleared up. Like I have a couple of breakouts right now just because I am on my period. But those first 3 weeks of being on it, like I hadn't had any breakouts. Like it was literally instant, like how fast it cleared up my skin. The thing that I've really noticed that switched was my appetite. And when I had talked to my doctor about it first, when I was literally 18 years old when I had gotten on it, she said that, I asked her, I was like, is it true that it makes you gain weight? And she was like, it just makes you hungry, it doesn't make you gain weight. And so once you know that about your body and like you can see that, you can tell, like especially like we're in quarantine, like I know I'm not hungry all the time, so like I'll go up and get like 5 grapes and I will satiate that feeling. Everybody has obviously different experiences with getting on or getting off of, you know, hormonal birth control. And I didn't really notice like a big weight fluctuation. I haven't exactly honed in that theory yet, but it's not like when I got off birth control, I dropped a bunch of weight. Like I've stayed consistently my same weight. I didn't notice anything. Like I said, it's the appetite thing. Like my appetite did come back, and that's something you just have to be honestly mindful about. One of the main things that the reason that people get off of birth control is because of like wanting to be more natural and wanting, you know, their body to be as like clean as possible. When I had talked to my mom, who both my parents are in, well, my dad and my stepmom, my parents are both medical professionals. And when I had talked to my mom about getting off of birth control and getting off of my citalopram, she said that, you know, She's struggled with the same things that I have, and you know, a lot of people do. And if there is one little pill that can make you feel better, why wouldn't you take it? When my mom had explained this to me, it made so much sense. She said, what's the point of modern medicine if you're not going to utilize it? I felt great being off of my birth control, but being able to stop like unwanted pregnancies and unwanted acne, I'm gonna take a pill to do it. That's my choice, that's my decision. Being able to do this experiment and like checking out like what, you know, I took so many acne quizzes, I tried so many different products, like it is crazy how much, like how many things there are out there that are like not true. I'll be like, this is the best acne meltdown thing. Oh my god, I got the worst rash right here that I'm still like trying to recover from this stuff that Target sold. I love Target. I will never slander Target's name, but I will say this one product was trash, and it like gave me the worst rash ever, and like I'm literally had to get a new product for like acne scars because it just fucked my face up so bad. So I just want to be able to like tell my story about it, tell my side about it, and you know, let you guys know about why I am now back on the BC, back on the big birth control, baby. No babies and no acne 2020, all right? Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something, and you know, maybe it'll make your decision a little bit easier about whether to get off or get back on. Like, subscribe, and you know, check back in for my next video that will probably be in 3 months. So